Alright guys, hello and welcome back to Factions Quick Tips with Anmarchi, the least official series on my channel. I'm gonna kill the skeleton right here. Look at this. I'm gonna fly up. You're so dead, buddy. There you go, he's dead. Which brings me right into today's topic, spawners. We already spoke about hoppers a bit, but I will talk about them in a little when we get there. But I do want to talk about spawners today. So, first we're going to go over what I think is the more basic, more common kind of spawner, and that is this spawner. This spawner will work on zombies, skeletons, and creepers. And zombie, skeletons, and creepers just to be safe. I think zombie pigmen too, but I'm not sure. I'm not a complete spawner expert. There are people that know more than me, so but I will tell you guys what I know. Hopefully I can help you. Now, the best way to make a catcher is one like this, where the whole floor is hoppers, all pointing in a direction. You see these are single-threaded, pointing in one direction, or multi-threaded, however, whichever one applies more here. All pointing in one direction, going this way, nothing gets clogged up. When you start to do things like this, where you have, for instance, this hopper leads into here, this hopper leads into this hopper, this hopper leads into this hopper, and this hopper leads into this hopper, because 3 hoppers are leading into one, it will get jammed up eventually over time. Now, spawners are definitely the best way to make money in factions. Literally, you just have to be in the presence of a spawner, the mobs will spawn, die, and their stuff will get collected by hoppers. Just existing near the spawner will make you money, basically. Also, you can get useful things that you could use in factions, like arrows, gunpowder, ender pearls, from spawners, and mob drops tend to be pretty profitable on servers, with little effort. Now, this is the more common and easier type of spawner. Now, the more spawners you put down, the better it's going to be. I have 4 here, but the more the better. You could easily put 2 more on top, and keep going up, because it doesn't matter how high you make it. Now, the way that this will work is that mobs will spawn on this screen right here. Not this part. This part would be a wall. I just didn't build an entire wall. But mobs will spawn on the green, and then you need to put water in each corner, assuming that the water was already down before they started spawning, of course. The mobs will spawn in, land in the water, get pushed, fall here, and die. We could see this working right here. This should work with the creeper. Let's give it a go. Here he goes. It's here, falls down, and he dies. And his stuff gets collected by the hopper. Now, there is a possibility of a jam if you get a bunch of creepers spawning at once, and then they all fall, and the hopper can't pick it up quick enough. Which leads us to this type of spawner. This is a more profitable kind of spawner, and just so you guys know, this is a 24 block drop. That's the best way to do that. You could build your AFK machine, and you should build your AFK machine up top. Okay? Now, this is the second type of spawner. The second type of spawner is in Enderman spawner. Enderman spawner right here. Endermen need to fall from 43 blocks. Okay, it's daytime, so he's going to teleport around, but you see now he won't. I think I can drop him from right here. 43 block drop, and Endermen, because their Ender Pearls only stack up to 16, it's much better to do them single-threaded. Also, this will not work with Endermen. This method will not work with Endermen, because one, this isn't tall enough, but even if you raise it up, Endermen in water just disappear. Endermen do not like being in water, so with Endermen, you have to just straight up drop them. So here would be our spawner. They would fall and die. And then the hoppers would carry them away. It's really important to put your spawners in a place of your base that is well protected, because spawners tend to be really expensive and also a target for other factions. I recommend a creeper spawner. A lot of people say that Endermen are more profitable, and maybe like Endermen are more profitable, say like per minute, or they're faster, or they're or you know, even you will make more money selling Ender Pearls than you will gunpowder. I think that creepers are still better because, one, creepers take up less space. If you just look at the space these take up, this one takes up a lot more, because you can picture these blue walls go all the way around and all the way up. This one takes up a lot more space. Also, this one is a lot more expensive, because if you think about all the hoppers you have to build, this one's more likely to jam. And gunpowder stacks up to 64, making it easier to sell because it stacks in 64s. Let's do times set 0. Because it stacks in 64s, gunpowder is going to be easier to sell. Hey, you. Get in the water. Get in the water. Gunpowder is easier to sell, and it's also more useful because you can use it to make TNT. And TNT is incredibly useful in factions. Now I'm going to show you guys some examples of some mob spawners. Alright guys, this is a better example of what you can see for both examples here. We have an Enderman spawner, where the Endermen spawn in. If you guys don't know, this is Factions Ice. This is the Kick-Ass Cruise base. We have a very long drop. I think that this is even longer than the 43 blocks necessary for Enderman. We're not done yet, I guess, because we still have to replace that purple with Enderman spawners. And the Endermen fall straight down, land on those slabs. Because if you cover hoppers in slabs, they still function as they normally would, meaning that if you have a hopper and then a slab on top, and you drop a block on top of the slab, the hopper still picks it up through the slab. And here you can see them falling and dying. Our AFK machine's right here. Our AFK machine is a little minecart that goes around. I don't usually AFK here, though. I'll show you guys where I AFK. This is the same thing, but with creeper spawners. I don't know why, but the creeper spawners were done different. I could show you. We have another set of Endermen over here. I will go down. Here are the creepers. They were done different. I don't know why. Probably said they don't spawn in there or something, or whatever. But those are the creepers. If we go over here, you can see. Going down, and there. Almost died. Here's our collection area. It's pretty cool. But this is an Enderman face. And you guys, I'm just kind of showing you how this works in action. But, okay. You can see the hoppers underneath the quartz half slabs come down. They come to these chests, and then down and into these chests. So we have a lot of extra storage. Ender pearls take a lot more storage than gunpowder does, because gunpowder will stack up to 64, whereas ender pearls will only stack up to 16. Here you can see, for example, if I drop this on here, it will get sucked up. It will. What? It does. I don't know. Oh, there, it got sucked up. It got sucked up. Just took a minute. Maybe other hoppers were full or something. Over here, you can see the same thing. We have a giant TNT for our gunpowder to rest in. Here you can see our gunpowder. Yes, this is our gunpowder. I think gunpowder is easier to sell. And I know that a lot of you guys play on Woodycraft, so if you play on Woodycraft, pro tip, you could just put all of your stuff into your hand, and then just do sell hand. Spelled hand wrong. Sell hand. And it just sells all my gunpowder. Now, if we go home AFK, I could show you guys the second spawner. This is me showing you the spawners in action, of course. Showing you okay, still spawning in. Now, this is the second type of spawner. It's harder to visualize because I did not build it out of glass. But up there, we have a skeleton spawner with water in the four corners. The skeletons get pulled towards the middle. This one's set up a little bit differently because it's a 3x3 block drop opposed to a 2x2. I would build it differently if I were to rebuild it. Here you can see the skeletons fall, land down there. They won't always die if you're doing skeletons or zombies. Skeletons or zombies won't always die. That's one of the reasons I didn't recommend them. If you look, skeletons and zombies sometimes spawn in with armor, so they don't always die. But if we want to look at this collection area, we could head down here. Over here, and this is the collection area for this. They all eventually do a zigzag through these hoppers and chests and end up at this one. This is all just storage for arrows and bones. I like skeletons probably the third most, except for zombie pigmen. I haven't really tried zombie pigmen that much. Zombie pigmen are pretty useful for their drops, but it takes a while to get enough golden ingots or golden nuggets to make golden ingots, to make golden apples, whatever. Also, skeletons are nice because they drop bones and arrows, so they are pretty profitable. Alright, now one last thing. Let's go warp shop. Here we go. Alright, and if you look here, I know that a lot of you play on Woodycraft. If you play on Ice, if you don't know, this is where you go for your spawners. See, skeleton spawners are only 250,000. I know I say only, but if you look, creeper spawners are double that, and 500,000, and enderman spawners are $325,000. So On WoodyCraft, the admins, Woody and Chiz and Zero and all the guys make an effort, a conscious effort, to make the less valuable spawners, like sheep's not really a valuable spawner, so that one's only worth that one only costs 75,000. Let's see, bow. Do I have enough? I'm gonna buy a sheep spawner. There we go. Also, oh, it doesn't do that anymore. It used to be like if you put it in your hand, it told you about the spawner. I was gonna tell you guys about that, but whatever. You see, the less valuable ones are only like 75,000, whereas a creeper spawner is 500,000. I think that. Can you buy a zombie spawner? It's zombies. Is there a zombie pigman spawner? Blaze spawner, spider spawner, pigman spawner. Pigman spawners are 600,000 because you can use them to generate gold, and then you can use gold to make golden apples, which are incredibly useful items in factions. I haven't experimented that much with those type. I might in the next fire reset, which, if you don't know, is happening this Saturday as you watch this. So maybe I know this was a pretty quick factions quick tip, but it is a quick tip, and I was gonna combine this with another video, but I thought that spawners kind of deserve their own, segment, if you will. Spawners are such a big deal in factions that I think that they deserve their own little piece of the action, if you will. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you